We'll do it again. Laying down one night, heard Papa tell Mama. Heard Papa tell Mama. Let that boy boogie.
Good morning, Andy with East County Guns. We are at Fernand Rod and Gun Club. Shadrach has joined us this morning, as well as John. And today we're shooting the Resilient Stacy's Mom K, new model. Let me talk about the guns. These are COLT post samples. These are the 10.5 inch monolithic uppers. I went to the trouble to buy a second one, so these are an exact match. I did some research. They are crane spec holes, which is 070. I've got Geisley springs, H1 buffers in both of these. And that's the only modification. Standard bolt carriers, no gas mitigation, none of that stuff. We brought out this morning the AB Warthog in 5.56. I brought out the Otter Creek Polonium K, as well as the Resilient. On the Resilient, we chose to run it with the enclosed cap. It has removable front caps on it, but in the sake of trying to keep these as close as possible, we ran the sealed front end on this against these other two because they're a sealed front end. I can't change the caps out. Resilient is offering a replacement cap system to go to a medium back pressure and then an open front end. That will be the subject of another test. Ready? I'm gonna dump. Good, John?
Yeah.
Let's go to safe. Ready?
Yeah.
We normally talk about back pressure and tone. This test is a redo. We had done this a month ago to try to get a release and we had some audio problems, so we came back again today to redo it. Ready? It's no change in comparison here. We started out with the Resilient and the Otter Creek. The Resilient has a better tone, less gas. We pulled the Otter Creek off and went to the AB, which as much as I maybe sound like an AB fanboy, this thing is just fantastic. The tone is better on the gun. It's better on the left and better on the right and better behind. I really like that product. This is a close second. It is a little bit heavier. Baffle count's close. This does have the option to be open where that one doesn't, but again, from my perspective, the AB is a clear winner here.
We're allowed to be a little bit biased over here. The AB keeps crushing it. Haven't found something that's beat it for the price point and the use case. It sounds better. It's super durable, hardly any gas. It's just a great can. So AB still wins.
So as an observer between both cans shooting today, I will jump on the AB train yet again. Better tone, less decibels. It's a winner.
These are 10.5 inch guns. When I got the spec sheet from Resilient, I was told this is getting marketed towards this application. A small can to go on a small gun for law enforcement, military applications, CQB work to try to keep some of the wall reflections down, and to be a small compact package. Now, I can't dispute any of those things, but I will say in our experience, these small guns are not real great with K cans, and that seems to be what we've experienced in our YouTube videos. If you go watch some of our 5.56 versus 30 cal, if I was starting out with a 10.5 or 11.5, I would buy a 30 cal can. I know you've participated on some of those shoots.
Yep.
They just sound better and the tone's better. Part 2 in this video, we're going to be shooting this on some 16 inch guns, so there'll be a comparison on that, which I think this is better suited on a 14, 16 inch because of the size and the weight. On these 10.5s, again, I would run a bigger can. I just don't think these Ks are a very good application. It is compact and small, but the trade-off is just, performance. The one thing that we did do today that has been different for the last 2 years, I got a new product. It was recommended by Jake at our shop because he's been using this for a while. And it's Breakthrough Technologies, and it's this dry lube. Now, you can see it on this gun here. It kind of looks like shit. You spray it on, it turns into a white powder. Immediately in the beginning of this, when we were shooting, I noticed after I got off the gun, there was no perceptible debris coming out of the gun into my face. And we do talk about gas and some sort of a gas scale. And in my perception, there was just nothing coming off the bolt and out of the door and charging handle into my face. It was really just tone and sound for me.
Yeah, no oil burning off. Usually we're hacking up a lung by the end of the day shooting these guns, and I didn't feel anything.
Yeah, I usually put a cleaning on these. I'll put a cleaning on them today before we put them back away and shoot these again in a couple of weeks. So I'll scrub them, I'll lube the bolts, lube this up either with CLP or some sort of wet lubricant that's traditional. And for lack of a better word, when we come out here and start with that wet lube, it's just shitty, and that's really a component of what we're talking about. And I will say, this dry lube really, for me, it really changed it. I don't know. Would you agree?
I would agree.
I concur.
I want to test more.
Yeah, we need to do some more testing on this dry lube on this AR bolt because it was very pleasant. I don't have anything on my face because normally it'll get on my mustache or my mouth. You can taste it. It's pretty terrible, which I think everybody's experiencing when they're shooting these types of gun suppress. So the Otter Creek and the Resilient are landing about $5 1/4. You get one front cap with this. The extra caps are around $60 in the medium and the low back pressure. The AB comes in at $450, which is almost $100 difference. And that's half the tax stamp, which ironically you won't have to pay in January, but you've got to pay it now for the next 5.5 months. So you're $450. These are both $5 1/4, $550, depending on where you're buying it at. These units are available at all 3 of our locations. They are still available in Washington until Ferguson decides to ban them in the state of Washington. Today we're shooting PPU 55 grain full metal jackets. We're using Griffin Armament Plan A mounts, close tines with tapers on all 3 of these. It's a great product. Lancer magazines. If you like the video, share it, subscribe to our channel, leave some dumb comments, tell us what you think.
I felt so good. Went on booking just the same. Boom, 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 boom. Gonna shoot you right down.
Is it really? Probably. Oh, it probably is.
Off of your feet.